Hi guys, welcome you all to my channel Explore Edu 2T. So today we will be learning about the numericals of steady state error. If you know guys, in the last video I had taken the topic of time domain analysis as well as about steady state error. If you haven't watched that video, it's my humble request to you all, please go back, watch that video because that video has all the important steps, concepts as well as formulae which will be used in the numericals that we are going to solve today. So please go through those videos. I will also repeat those formula in this particular video also. But for better understanding of concept of formula, it's my humble request once again, go back to the video. I even attach the PDF in the form of Google Drive link in the description box. Download it from there, go through it, understand it, and then come over here. I'm very sure you'll be able to understand things easier and in a faster manner. So please watch the earlier video on time domain analysis and steady state error before coming to this video, wherein we will be learning and practicing and solving numericals on steady state error. As I said in the last class, steady state error is one of the most prominent questions that appears not only in the university exam but also in competitive exams. Today we'll be learning about different phases, I would like to say, of steady state error in which different questions can be presented to you. Tricky questions are going to be involved in today's video. So it's my humble request that since we are going to solve numericals, please take a book, a pen and note down while I am giving you this lecture so that you understand, star mark the important things, and then of course as always this particular PDF is going to be present in the description box in the form of Google Drive link. Please download it from there and practice it. You'll be able to get a good grip of the concept. Okay, so let us straight away begin. So the first numerical, let us read the question. For a unity feedback system having open loop transfer function. So what does unity feedback system mean? My h of s is going to be equal to 1. Having open loop transfer function, that is your g of s, is equal to k upon s plus 2 upon s into s cube plus 7s square plus 12s. Find the type of the system, steady state error for all the coefficients. So all these terminologies are taken care in the last video. If you haven't watched it, please go and watch it out. So if I talk about the type of the system, whatever is the open loop transfer function given to you, that is the g of s given to you, you have to get it in this format. K into 1 plus t1 of s into 1 plus t2 of s upon s raised to m into 1 plus t of s into 1 plus tb of s. So we will first of all try to get the s term common out of this particular cubic equation. So if s term comes out, you will have k into s plus 2 upon s square into s square plus 7s plus 12. You can break this quadratic equation further into s plus 3 into s plus 4. Now you have to try to get this particular equation in the below format. So what you need to actually do is that you need to have all the s terms in the format of 1 plus t1 of s. And hence k is going to be a constant. I'm going to bring this 2 outside to make it 2k into 1 plus s by 2. So if you see, this is nothing else than k into s plus 2 only. Because k, if you take the 2 inside, it will become 2 plus s. Since we need to get this in the below format, we are trying to do some steps and manipulations so that to get in the desired format. Below also, bring this 3 outside. Hence you will have 1 plus s by 3. Bring this 4 outside, you will have 1 plus s by 4. And hence the standard equation will be something of this sort if you solve it further. Now try to understand. We will compare this thing to the standard equation. If you see, my m value from the standard equation comes out to be 2 and hence my type of the system is 2. I hope I'm very clear. I'll repeat to you again in short. A unity feedback system, that means h of s as 1 was given to you. You are given the open loop transfer function, that is g of s. You are told to first find the type of the system. So the type of the system, you have to get the g of s, that is the open loop transfer function, in the standard format. Once you get into this particular format, compare the m with the given equation that you have got, and that is going to be your type of the system. So the type of the system is nothing else than the number of poles at origin. Hence, the type of system is given as 2. Next, the steady state error for all the coefficients. This we have learnt yesterday. That is, for step input, we have steady state error given as 1 upon 1 plus Kp. For ramp input, we have given as A upon Kv. For parabolic input, we are given as A upon Ka. I hope I am very clear. So, since we are finding initially for step input, my steady state error is given as 1 upon 1 plus Kp. My Kp is my position error coefficient, which is equal to limit of s tends to 0, g of s into h of s. Now my h of s is 1 because it's a unity feedback system, and my g of s, we have got it into a standard format here. So just substitute the values, nothing else. If you know the formula that for my step input, my steady state error is 1 upon 1 plus Kp, where Kp is equal to limit of s tends to 0, g of s into h of s. You have to do nothing more. Just substitute those values over here from the given question and apply the limits. Now if you apply the limits over here, it will be k by 6 into 1 upon 1 into 1, and this s square will be 0. Hence my total becomes something by 0, which is infinite, and my ESS is equal to 1 upon 1 plus Kp, that is 1 upon 1 plus infinite. 1 by infinite is nothing else than 0. So I hope that I am very clear about this. Next, let us go with the ramp input. In case of my ramp input, we have ESS is equal to A upon Kv. My Kv here is limit of s tends to 0, s into g of s into h of s. So again doing nothing more, limit of s tends to 0, s, g of s will be of this format, and my h of s is going to be 1. Again apply the limits, you will get the value as infinite. 1 by infinite is going to be 0. Why 1 by infinite? Because my ESS is equal to A by Kv. Since we are considering this as the unit ramp input, I am taking A as 1. My Kv is infinite and my ESS becomes 0. Coming to the parabolic input. Parabolic input is given as ESS is equal to A by Ka. My Ka is given as limit of s tends to 0, s square into g of s into h of s. Hence, again substituting the formula as it is, limit of s tends to 0, s square, g of s comes from the previous page that we have got, h of s is 1. Again apply the limits of s is equal to 0 in the equation. You will get k by 6. Put this k by 6 in this formula, Ka, and you will get the value as 6 by k. I hope I am very clear to you. I'll just give you a brief idea again of the entire numerical. This is the most basic numerical. In exams like university exam, you can expect such kind of numerical. So please solve it in the given format that I have mentioned you. You can download the PDF from the description box and note it down. You are definitely going to get good marks in your exam for sure. So let's try to again revise this. A unity feedback system given to you, h of s is 1. Open loop transfer function, that is your g of s is given to you. Find the type of the system first. So for type of system, get the given equation in the standard format, compare it to m, and that is going to be my type of the system. If you want the definition of type of the system, it is covered in the last class. I will repeat it again. It is the number of poles at origin of a open loop transfer function. Next, we have to find out the steady state error. So for steady state error, we have unit step input, ramp input, parabolic input. So just use the formulas of ESA 1 upon Kp. Kp has a formula. Just substitute the value over there. apply limits, get the value of Kp, substitute in the ESS equation and try to find out the answer. In such a way, you will get the values for all step input, ramp input and parabolic input. So please, it's my request to imprint these formulas in your mind, which is, if you want, you can note it down. It is given over here. ESS for a step input is 1 upon 1 plus Kp, provided it's a unit step input. For a unit ramp input, it is given as 1 upon kV, and for a unit parabolic input, it is given as 1 upon Ka. The formulas for Kp, Kv and Ka is clearly mentioned over here. I hope I'm very clear. If you have any doubt, you can rewind the video, understand the concept again, and the PDF is readily available to you in the description box. Please go through it. Okay. Now, as I said, we will also see some gate questions so that we can understand what goes inside the concept, what can be the tricks in which the questions can be framed. So let us take the first question. This was asked in ECA 2009 paper of gate examination. If you look at the question, they are given H of S is 1. That means it's a unity feedback system. G of S is nothing else than my open loop transfer function. R of t is nothing else than my 1 into u of t. That is my step input. They have given you this graph and they are asking to find out the value of k. Now, once this graph comes to you, you have to understand one thing, that I have my steady state value. My steady state value, if you see, is nothing else than 0.75. I hope I am very clear to you on this. My steady state value is nothing else than 0.75. So straight away, try to use this equation of steady state value. This equation, this formula is mentioned in the last PDF. However, I'll repeat it to you again. My steady state value is nothing else than limit of s tends to 0, s into g of s upon 1 plus g of s into h of s into r of s. Okay. Now, my CSS is my 0.75 because at this value, my process becomes steady. Hence, I take this value 0.75 over here. Limit of s tends to 0, s into g of s. G of s is my this particular open loop transfer function upon 1 plus g of s into h of s. Just substitute those equations. You will get this value over here into r of s. Now, my r of s is nothing else than my step input. Hence, the Laplace transform of u of t is nothing else than 1 by s. I repeat myself the formula again. From the formula, my CSS is 0.75 from the graph because at this value, my system becomes stable. Limit of s tends to 0, s into g of s is given from my equation. 1 plus g of s into h of s. Just put the values into this equation. You will get this terms into r of s is nothing else than 1 by s. My r of s is nothing else than 1 by s because my time domain value is u of t. Hence, it becomes 1 by s. Substitute the values over here and you will get the answer as k is equal to 6. So, my approach will be in this question that I'll analyze the graph. If I analyze the graph, I can see that I can find something becoming steady. So that should click me up with the formula of steady state error. And once you get the concept that I need to use the steady state error formula and the values given to me, after that is nothing else than substituting the values into the formula and getting the right answer, provided you don't make any calculation mistake. I hope you are very clear with this question. Okay, let us go for another concept of steady state error. I am trying to include some concept in the form of numericals only so that you get a practical approach of the same. Okay, so let us try to understand this particular block diagram. You know, this is a reference input r of s. This is my forward function. This is my feedback function. This is my y of s. Find out the steady state error. Now, always remember, when you are finding the steady state error, you have a formula over here. If you see, ESS is equal to limit of s tends to 0, s into r of s upon 1 plus g of s into h of s. But do not use this formula blindly. Never use this formula blindly. What you have to do is, please see first in the question that whether the given feedback system is the unity feedback system or not. If you see in all the questions that we did, all the systems were having a unity feedback system. Hence, we could apply the formula directly. But this can be a very good tricky question which can be asked in examination. They will give you a feedback system which will not be a unity feedback system, and you will directly apply the formula and the resultant answer will be wrong. So please understand one thing, for a unity feedback system, my feedback always has to be a unity feedback system. Then only I can apply the formula. Either if it is not a unity feedback system, I cannot apply the formula. I hope I'm very clear. Now try to convert this particular diagram into a unity feedback system diagram. How are you going to do it? We are going to take a plus and a minus negative feedback system. Okay. So if you see, I have a plus and a minus. How can I take that? Because this plus minus will cancel each other. And my resultant diagram will be this only. I'm only doing so that I can get a negative feedback system with me. Now I'm solving this in the form of the block diagram reduction rules. If you haven't watched that video, it is there on my channel, on my YouTube channel, as well as on the Instagram page. You can see the video from there, how to reduce this particular block diagram into a resultant block diagram. Still, I'll summarize to you for this. This is a feedback rule. Hence, we'll have g of s upon 1 plus g of s into h of s. Again, you have a positive feedback. Again, you can apply the feedback rule and you will reach to this particular diagram. Now you see, if you see, you have an input, you have a forward transfer function g of s, you have a negative feedback loop. Now I can apply the formula which I have. That is limit of s tends to 0, s is there, r of s will be given to you. Accordingly, you can find out the r of s, which is the Laplace domain. 1 plus g of s is over here. H of s is in the unity feedback system. That is 1. And you can find out the answer. You might face a little difficulty in this particular problem if you haven't watched the previous video. So I'm repeating again, if you're not understanding the block diagram reduction rules, or if you're not understanding the formula, please go and watch the video on block diagram reduction as well as on time domain analysis and steady state error. There are 2 videos uploaded. See those videos, you'll understand all the concept here. Once you know this concept, this is nothing else than applying those concepts in the form of numerical, nothing more than that. Only why I took this numerical is to make you aware that never use steady state error value in the form of a non-unity feedback system. Check the feedback of the system. If it is non-unity, get in the form of unity as I have done over here and then use it in the formula. Either you will get a wrong answer. And now another concept of steady state error. See, always remember that the steady state error is applicable for stable systems only. You cannot have a steady state error defined for a unstable system. Okay. So first of all, when a open loop transfer, that is g of s into h of s, is given to you, find out whether the given system is stable or not. If it is unstable, then you cannot apply the formula. So please make it a point that the given open loop transfer function has to be stable. Then and then only the steady state error formula can be found out. So if you look at the PDF, you'll be able to see. First, check g of s into h of s is stable or not. How to find out stability of the system? You can do it by Routh-Hurwitz method if you are knowing about it. If you don't know about it, I will be teaching you that in the further videos also. So first check whether the system is stable or not. If it is stable, apply the formula. If it is unstable, straight away, my steady state error will be infinite. It will not be defined. I hope I am very clear. So always remember, in a question, if a block diagram is given to you and they are asking to find out a steady state error, check whether it's a unity feedback system or not. If it is a unity feedback system, then and then only apply the formula. If not, get in the form of unity feedback system and then you apply the formula. Similarly, when I talk about a steady state error, always remember one thing. If a equation is given to you like this form, find out whether the equation is stable or not. If the equation is unstable, then definitely this is not applicable for steady state error and my steady state error will be infinite. Okay. So let us try to understand the form of a numerical. For unit step input, that is r of t as u of t, I know the Laplace transform for this will be 1 by s. I have told you, if the input is u of t, the Laplace transform has to be 1 by s. That is the Laplace transform of u of t. My g of s equation is given to you, s square minus 3s plus 2. Find out the steady state error. Now, if I do this question blindly, without knowing any concept, how will I do it? I'll just show you first thing. The wrong approach. What will I do? I know the formula. ESS is equal to limit of s tends to 0, s into r of s upon 1 plus g of s into h of s. My r of s will be 1 by s because my r of t is u of t. 1 plus g of s is mentioned to you. H of s can be considered as 1. Just put the value of s as 0 and you will get the value as 1 by 3. But is 1 by 3 the right answer? No, because I haven't checked whether my open loop transfer function, that is g of s, is stable or not. So first I will check whether it's stable or not. So check it. Now there is a Raoult-Harvey method for that, as I mentioned to you. If you don't know it, don't worry, we'll be covering that in the further classes also. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you get the notifications for the further videos as well. And you can learn the Raoult-Harvey method. However, if you know it, you will be knowing that this particular equation is unstable. Since it is unstable, my ESS is straight away undefined. So what kind of question can be framed from this in the GATE examination? They will give you this particular question. They will give you 4 options. Okay. And one of the options will be 1 by 3 and one option will be infinite. And many of us do this mistake that we don't check the stability of the equation. We straight away apply the formulae and we get 1 by 3 and we get not only 0 mark but we get a negative mark for it. So make it a point that you understand the equation, understand the concept. If it is a block diagram, see to it whether I have a negative feedback system or not. If I don't have it, get a negative feedback system by this particular way which I have told you. And if it is an equation mentioned to you, check whether it is a stable equation or not. If it is a stable equation, no doubt, apply the formula, get the answer and mark that particular option. But if it is not a stable equation, for sure it's going to be undefined. So I hope that we are very clear with what I taught you today. So this is all about the numericals that I wanted to teach you. This numericals will be easy for you to understand if you have watched my previous lecture on time domain analysis and steady state error. Watch that video, download the PDF, understand it. Once that concept is clear to you, you can definitely learn this numericals in a very better and faster manner. Okay, so the description, the PDF is present in the description box. Please go and download it from there. Understand the video very well. If you have any kind of doubt, go through the video once again. I'm very sure you'll be able to understand it. You can also comment in the comment section if you have any kind of doubt. And please do like, share, subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram. And hope we'll be meeting very soon with another important concept of control system. So take care. God bless you.